Speaking of action, it's time for MLW World Titan Federation Tag Match.
The following tag team bout is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Allentown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 216 pounds, the King of Pros, Matt Riddle!
What an all-star tag team clash we have for you here tonight on Reload, which includes the very first free across the world appearance of Matt Riddle in action since his MLW return. Fans are still buzzing about the dream match back at Kings of Coliseum 2 weeks ago, where Matt Riddle, there's no bigger statement you can make coming through the front door of the Major League than what I don't know if anybody's ever done, choking out Jacob Fatu.
Here's the thing about Matt Riddle. He is the real McCoy. He's as real as it gets. And the fact that he's out here smiling and having a good time, and yet he's capable of kicking everyone's ass in the building, I don't know if that makes him more frightening or endearing. 420, bro.
Matt Riddle is a dichotomy. If you see him outside the ring, much like here in his entrance, he's always got a smile on his face.
Always.
He's always ready to kick back and hang out with his fans and be a man of the people. But if you cross him in a competitive environment, a switch gets flipped.
And that's what it's all about, man. Making that kid's night, that's what it's all about.
The sandals go flying. And, well, not the best aim on that, but
well, maybe
you
it
don't
was.
have to. Maybe it was.
And honestly, what's that guy gonna do about it?
Not much. But it's not about the sandals. It's about what Riddle does between the ropes. Because Riddle is here to prove he's not a sports entertainer.
No.
He's a competitor. He's a fighter. He is a Major League Wrestler.
He's an athlete. He's entertaining. But when the bell rings, let's go.
And his tag team partner, accompanied to the ring by Mr. Thomas. He is the captain of the Boom-Maye Fight Club from Atlanta, Georgia. Weighing in at 236 pounds, he is the current MLW World Heavyweight Champion, the Suplex Assassin, Alex Kane.
Alex Kane has fought valiantly against the insurgents of the World Titan Federation and their planned takeover of the MLW brand, to homogenize it, to make it corporate and safe and sanitary, and have St. Laurent's vision of what sports entertainment should be. Get rid of all of the athletes that don't toe the company line.
Joe, you know why they homogenize milk, right? You know what that is, right? They heat it up to kill any bacteria in it. Homogenization is good. Purity is good. I don't know what you're off about here. What are you missing?
It's good in dairy products, but not in a sport like this, where individuality and being yourself takes center stage. Kane has defeated, what, 4 different members of the World Titan Federation in title matches, but they just keep sending bigger and badder bodies.
How about this team right here, though? I mean, come on. How about this match that we're about to have?
Alex Kane, Matt Riddle, 2 of the most diverse practitioners of combat sports you'll find anywhere. But their first time teaming. Are they ready for this?
Now some good music.
Their opponents, at a total combined weight of 460 pounds, the intense icon Josh Bishop and filthy Tom Lawler, the World Titan Federation.
They want you to know it's what the world is watching. They want you to know it's the revolutionary force in sports entertainment. They want you to be a part of the WTF universe.
I am.
Tom Lawler and Josh Bishop, no matter what label you put on them, are mad, bad, and dangerous to know. And for St. Laurent's mission to carry out, and for him to get the power, the gold, the prestige, the corporate control, these two men who are towing that company line of the WTF may just be the two to do it.
The World Titan Federation is what it's all about. And filthy Tom Lawler, even though he drops his mouth guard on the floor, he looks at it, he goes, I'm filthy, I can beat whatever's there, and he puts it right back in his mouth.
And the thing I look at that I can't overlook when it comes to Bishop and Lawler, it's how good they are at what they do. Bishop may be the best power man MLW has seen in years. Lawler from MMA, there's nothing he can't do as a means of hurting you.
All four of these guys can fight. I don't care how tough you are. I don't care if you take your little jiu-jitsu classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays and post pictures of you rolling. You can't beat any of these guys. I don't even think you can beat the referee in there, to be honest with you. That's how good MLW is.
And as good as Bishop and Lawler are, in my estimation, they would be just as good no matter who was in their corner, no matter what term was used to describe their fighting style, but they have chosen to take the money.
Look what we got here.
The vision of St. Laurent.
Inject this into my veins right now. Riddle and Lawler.
Two former UFC fighters.
Bro, Lawler's an entertaining guy. You ever see when he paid homage to Dan Severn's entrance? Lawler is a funny guy. Riddle is a funny guy. The bell rings. No time for fun. Let's go.
Lawler 11-8-1. Riddle 8-3-2. Those are their respective
Good
MMA
stats.
records.
So I'm big into the catch-as-catch-can style. It's my favorite thing in the world, so I'm all for this.
Lawler with a dominant position now as the hammerlock on Riddle. Riddle showing the dexterity, able to spin out. Looking to trap for a Fujiwara armbar. Lawler rolls his weight forward.
Nicely done.
Catch as catch can here. Move and counter move.
You'll see half halches. You'll see all kinds of 2-on-1s. And look at Matt, right up. Don't do that. That's the difference, dude. And Tom's smart. Tom does not take the bait.
But Matt Riddle is fearless, even if he should be intimidated by someone like Lawler.
He wanted Tom to react there, and Tom would go for it. Nice. Shooting the single, switches over into the double now. Matt able to roll through, giving up his back. You can do that here in pro wrestling because most times you're taught stay off of your back. That's where the difference is between the MMA guys and the pro wrestling guys.
Well, check out Riddle, who just used all his body weight to clamp down that Kimura.
Does he have it, though? Let's get the shot. Great counter, here it comes.
Yeah.
Good.
Lawler
Good job by the cameraman to stay on that side.
Lawler measured Riddle right between the short ribs and was able to connect. And now to the leg of Riddle.
Here we go.
And keep in mind, we've seen Riddle favor his leg and his arm as well a couple of weeks ago back at Kings of Coliseum. That physical matchup with Jacob Fatu, you wonder if he's 100%.
Side Russian, then into the submission. Now, we saw a similar submission where Riddle was able to garner the victory over Jacob Fatu.
That's true.
Rolling off, peeling himself is Riddle. Lawler waiting. Careful. Nope, that did not connect. Good evasive maneuver by Tom Lawler.
Riddle got what he wanted to out of that. That's back to the vertical base.
How about the fact that Kane and Bishop haven't even gotten in yet, dude?
We're just getting started. Incredible main event here on Reload. Thank you for joining us no matter where you are throughout the world. MLW at 60+ countries.
Front chancery by Riddle, tag made in by Alex Kane. Room for Kane to get in.
And let's see how they function as a tag team.
Yeah, right there you saw that was a little wonky. Kane's entrance in. Bishop and Lawler are going to have more fluidity as a team. I do agree with you.
Belly to belly, one of the suplexes Holiday felt at Kings of Coliseum. And Riddle with the boost from the champion. Hits the senton.
Nice.
Kane on top.
See what Kane did? He took the cover, making sure that his face and head were towards Josh Bishop. He doesn't know Riddle enough to trust him to watch his back just yet. That's smart because Kane knows he's the champ. He knows he can't trust anyone. If they were a true team, he would cover with his back towards his opponent because he'd know that his partner would protect him. Doesn't know it in this.
Kane mocking Tom Lawler here with that headband.
That's to protect the cauliflower ear.
Keep in mind, 2 weeks from now, Kane has to deal with maybe the toughest test of his world title run, Satoshi Kojima at Super Fight across the world. Triller TV presented by Fight as Alex Kane snaps off an exploder suplex.
Right in Tom's face. Matt is playing the head game. He did it with the slap in the face. He's doing it here.
Well, there's a cover, 2 count only. We know Tom Lawler can be very unpredictable. We know he can have a temper.
Yes.
And we know that Josh Bishop, untamed and unprotected,
yes,
can do absolute damage to this entire building, let alone the 2 people in the ring.
Speak of the Bishop, and here he comes. Mike Awesome-esque. You mentioned about the great big men in Major League Wrestling history.
Yeah.
That's where Josh Bishop takes my mind.
Mike Awesome, former MLW World Champion.
Mm-hmm.
Could Bishop be one day?
Absolutely.
To put that power in St. Laurent's back pocket. Double back elbow. And Bishop measuring methodically.
And you see how Bishop covers, facing Riddle.
Bishop's one of those guys, and rapid fire covers here, and you know Kane is expending energy with every kick out.
Yeah, that's not to win the match, it's an offensive maneuver.
Bishop's one of those guys who he can do the little basic things, but from a frame like that, it hurts like hell.
Absolutely.
A headbutt. Bishop has, keep in mind, a couple of months ago, he won that Battle Royal, put Matthew Justice through the table, brawled with him on the roof at Christmas Eve. Bishop, I would say he hasn't met a man that he hasn't gone through. He hasn't met 5 or 6 men at once he hasn't gone through.
You know, I understand on that night in that area, Santa didn't make it because Josh Bishop clotheslined him off the ring.
Wouldn't surprise me in the least. Kane on the receiving end, cover, 2 count only. Is it too risky? Is it hubris by Kane to accept this matchup 2 weeks from Kojima?
No, I can see where you would think that, but this is actually the right thing to do. Why not get in there with 2 of the toughest guys in the league ahead of your biggest title defense? Why not?
You gotta wonder what count out. Deep exploder suplex by Kane.
That creates the distance that Kane needs.
And with Lawler from the blind side. Kane had a clear path to Riddle, and Lawler picked his spot.
Heads up.
And Kane to the floor. That's a side of the suplex assassin we don't see very often.
Yeah, but it leaves Josh Bishop alone in a Major League Wrestling ring.
And Bishop won't need very long to recover.
Nope.
And all that wind-up sidewalk slam.
Bishop takes King.
And Lawler on the outside. Bang. DDT. Oh man, and Kane went limp right away. Alex Kane may be hurt. And if Kane is not 100% after this matchup, that could send a lot of turmoil through Super Fight, let alone the league as a whole. What if the WTF gets a count-out win over the champion?
It would be fantastic for WTF momentum.
Look at St. Laurent gloating and laughing. Obnoxious and overbearing. Change your sweatsuit once in a while, too, for God's sakes.
You're just jealous.
Alex Kane back. I'm jealous of the fighting spirit of Alex Kane, that's for sure. Who's back in the ring, even though maybe he shouldn't be medically. But that's not going to stop him.
Alex Kane has a responsibility. Every single wrestler in the locker room, whether they want to admit it or not, are looking up to him because he's the champ.
And Matt Riddle, there you see the temper
nice
of Riddle.
Job, ref.
Yeah. Chris D'Antonio, one of the best in the game.
Riddle,
and Lawler egging him on.
Riddle was trying to get into Tom's head earlier. It's Riddle's head that is into now.
Yeah. And it takes a lot to be a buzzkill to Matt Riddle.
That's true.
For the WTFR. Chance of throw, ring out, but Alex Kane might as well be 100 miles from his corner. Lawler peppering Kane with boots. Keep in mind, Lawler, a former MLW World Champion in his own right.
At what point does the tide turn here? Because it's really been a lot WTF here. How can Kane get across? You mentioned, I mean, if he's 10 feet away, he's 100 feet away.
Yeah.
What is he, 16 feet away right now, all the way across the ring? What are we at, an 18-footer?
Well, it must feel like a size 18-foot on top of Kane right now, courtesy of Bishop. This crowd not losing hope. Faye Jackson on the outside.
I want to see Bishop and Riddle.
I do too. I know Riddle wants to see it.
So many different matchups that you can fantasy book here in MLW.
And I have a feeling we'll get to the vast majority of them before it's all said and done.
Knowing league officials, we will.
And knowing the fact St. Laurent is not going to quit till he gets absolute power, and Kane and Riddle rebel against everything St. Laurent stands for. They're not fans of corporate wrestling. Riddle especially. Here comes Lawler. And this is just humiliation.
It's a Bronco Buster. It's effective maneuver. Disrupts the breathing. Compresses the chest. I don't understand.
It's a sports entertainment maneuver.
What's wrong with that? I have bought 2 houses on sports entertainment maneuvers.
And maybe you'll get a third if St. Laurent
It's on its way. It's being built.
There you go. But it's more than just money and property. It's heart and it's passion and it's the love of the game that motivates Kane and motivated him out of the corner and the clutches of Filthy Tom.
That'll blow your O-ring out, Tommy.
Bishop right there to play spoiler. Notice Bishop's body between Kane and Riddle.
Yep.
And this could be that exit 187 powerbomb.
Remember the powerbomb through the table at Kings of Coliseum?
Yeah, just annihilated Manders. Oh, Riddle! The King got the tag to Riddle!
Here he comes.
Kane picked his spot, and the King of the Bros begins to unleash.
Jeez. Throw him like he's nothing.
Proton connects. Imagine the toughness to follow through with a kick that hard when you're barefoot, no knee pads, no shin guards, no protection.
A true shooter. Doesn't need the knee pads. Doesn't need any kind of protection.
Kane a drop step on Lawler and stereo German suplexes. I love it.
Where's Matty going?
Matt Riddle ascends high above.
Heads up. Who's that?
Hey, Richard Holiday. And Kane cuts him off with a pass. Look out. Holiday got dumped. And Riddle.
Fly, Matthew, fly.
Super Proton. And Bishop's been pinned.
Here are your winners, the King of Bros, Matt Riddle, and the MLW World Heavyweight Champion, Alex Kane.
Well, Alex Kane and Matt Riddle have that tag team chemistry now. They are not the most polished team, Matt, but that heart, that desire, that passion drove them to victory in this matchup.
I don't want to be that guy, but I want to see Matt Riddle and Alex Kane one-on-one for the Major League Wrestling Championship. One day, I will get my wish.
Hell, I do too. I don't think Riddle and Kane have any aspirations of being a long-term team, but they've got a common enemy. Matt Riddle and Alex Kane fight against the corporate stifling of this great sport that Richard Holiday and Lawler and Bishop and the rest have sold their souls to profit on. Our Bet Online replay shows you why Alex Kane and the Boomerang movement can't be bought, can't be put in a corporate structure. And with Matt Riddle's independent spirit, that team reigns victorious. Riddle and Kane carry out the vision of this sport. And it'll always be a sport to me, and Major League Wrestling.